right? So let's look at a word like abdicate. When you Google it, you will by default Google as dictionary that it's showing the words, right? You can get the word. You can also see the pronunciation of it. You'll also see the meanings, slightly different meanings. It will recommend both. It will also show synonyms, the similar words like abdicate is similar to resign, retire, quit, step down, bow out, stand down, right, etc., etc. What I would strongly recommend is not just stuck here. Come to this website, which I really like. Cambridge is one of them, and Merriam-Webster dictionary is another. So you got to read these stuff as well. The reason why I like them is, one, right, they sort of give you multiple meanings. Each word might have multiple meanings, and there could be minor differences in the way you use. For example, the same word could be used as a different way in a noun form, in a verb form. You see that these also matter. Try to understand them to some extent. So they're explaining this and they're giving example sentences. This is the reason why I ask you to, so that you understand. See, this abdicate is generally used to give up a throne, abdicate a throne. This is one of the famous usage of it. But it is also used to abdicate a responsibility, run away from it. If you have some responsibility, you don't take care of it, you just walk away from it. That's something that otherwise, general meaning that you might know is, okay, renounce a throne or high office, dignity or function. So you might have just this opinion in your mind that, okay, abdicating is just stepping down from some power. If I am like the president, if I am the king or something, I am just, have to step down. But sometimes it could also be used in this situation where I am abdicating from a responsibility. So the question in GRE might be expecting you to use this word for that situation. Maybe you do not expect that as a suitable word. So that's why it's good to actually keep reading, and they just don't stop there, right? They also talk about other words, right? The adjective form, the noun form, and then they take the synonyms, right? It's that you have to expand them so that you write them in your list that you prepare. The synonyms also, maybe you don't see the word abdicate in GRE, maybe you might see the relinquish is the word that you might, renounce is the word that is being asked. So you've never come across this word renounce in your material, let's say anything that you're reading, but just because you came across abdicate, now you also are expected to know this, right? Not that you have to go deep into this, but at least know that, okay, this is similar to abdicate. And then they have the something like choose the right synonym for the abdicate, and they have started to explain these words mean exactly same, almost same, but then there's a minor difference in it. Like for example, renounce may replace the word abdicate, but often implies additionally a sacrifice for a greater end. So renounce is also something like you step down from a throne or give up your power, but then that is to do something good or for some good reason. So for example, they've given renounce their inheritance by marrying a commoner, right? So for example, that's what, by chance, if you have both the words in the option, that's really a hard question to come across, but still this is the extent to which you can actually read and understand and remember stuff, right? Obviously you won't remember everything that you read. You got to pick some keywords from this and note them down, and that's what you will, but then they'll be still there somewhere at the back of your mind that might help you at the right time, right? Also they give you, did you know that they give you some root words like ab means from, away or off, and dicare is proclaim, and then that's where it's coming up. And this is again similar thing. Renounce is often used as a synonym of abdicate, but it adds to the term that suggestion that an individual is giving up something as a sacrifice to achieve a far greater end. Resign is also another word when you're describing a matter, describing a more matter of fact departure from a job, office or trust. And then they give you the application in some sentences. That's where you will actually understand the contextual usage. So that's like the best part. And sometimes Cambridge might be a better one as well. So I personally like both of this. Don't just use one of this. Just maybe you might spend 5 minutes on this word, 3 minutes, 2 minutes on this word to read and then pick some key points to be noted, but these are worth it, right? And sometimes you might come across why, let's say I'm talking about a word called engaged, right? Let's say that. So there are two different meanings for it: busy and occupied, or having formally agreed to marry. So that's something that these things can show you, right? If you see this, one of the meaning is this, and then they show you some sentences, and then they'll also show you like involved in something, and that's something busy doing something, and they give you examples, synonyms with similar words, and there's no end to this. But what I strongly recommend is just don't stop at this level. This also does a good job. I really like this to a good extent as well, but I feel that it's worth spending another couple of minutes so that you note them down. So this is gonna definitely take your time. I'm not denying that, the way we are saying, but it's worth the time. That's how you remember things better and easier.